Hey guys, welcome to Clockwork Noodles for something a little different. I am going to be reading The Journey Begins with you guys. This is my blog. Now, if you've read it before, I apologize. But if you haven't read my blog, or maybe you just reading isn't your thing and you'd rather just have something to listen to, like a podcast style, this is for you. I've been thinking about doing podcasts for a while. This isn't the channel to do podcasts on, I am aware. But I still want to start it. So this is just going to be me reading the first ever episode. So my name is Becca, Clockwork Noodles. I live in Japan. Yay. I am an ALT and I have been in Japan now for about 8 months. And I applied via the JET program, which most people have heard about if they've got any interest within teaching in Japan. Or if anybody who has an interest in Japan probably knows, obviously, the big famous people, Japan, who have all applied via the JET program. But I'm going to be reading my blogs to you. This is going to be the first time I ever wrote the blog, so obviously this doesn't go too much in depth into that process, but it's what led up to me deciding to leave it all behind and move to another country, because that's something that I guess it's a big thing. It's a really big thing for someone to just uproots, go somewhere completely different where they don't know anything. And I would say before even applying for the JET program, be aware it really is just everything is out of your control. Where you're going, where you're going to be working, everything is out of your control. So if you're willing to take that risk, maybe it's for you. But let's begin. Thank you for tuning in. I hope this can be something that we do. It's easy for me to get behind and just talk through too. So 8th of May 2024, it all began with a wild idea. The birth of a dream is magical. It starts with a flicker, igniting within us, growing each day. Sometimes dreams are cultivated over a long time. Sometimes they're just there. You wake up, feed the floof monster meowing in your face, demanding food at 4 a.m. when realistically breakfast has and will always be 6 a.m. But that's a non-negotiable fact when the 4.6 kilo monster is sitting on your chest and it turns out that it's actually past 11 o'clock and you should be getting up. You switch to autopilot, performing the role that you always have done for 10 long years. Did you get comfortable? Did you fall out of love with yourself or just accept, I'm not good enough to find something different? Work is stressful and it feels more and more like just treading water. Maybe it was all of the above. All I knew is that I wanted a change. I wanted to do more and blow open my world. I wanted to finally give that dust-covered degree some kind of use. I had a burning desire for traveling, jumping at every chance I could. Just to take 3, maybe 4 days to explore a nearby country or town, somewhere new. What food could I discover? What history could I learn? My dust-covered degree is in history with a minor in philosophy. I've always loved history. That crazy thought that a long chain of events led to our current present situation. I loved the idea of just spending many hours sewing whilst listening to different videos on different topics. Nuclear meltdowns. How often do you think about the Roman Empire? Big ships with rigging and a plethora of random areas in history. Anything to satisfy that part of me that felt neglected for just something new to find and discover. Japan. Japan has always been a place that I've studied a fair bit about, with its amazing cultures, music, food, folklore, and its many shrines and places of rich history. Its microclimates, its lush bamboo forests, the towering Fuji-san standing proud at the heart of Japan. How could my soul not be interested? But it was a dream, nothing more. It's too far out of my price range. I can't afford it. That cycle of autopilot, at work when nothing really happened, couldn't really afford it. It was never really going to be a thing. And I started to get older and think it's never going to happen. You don't talk much. I used to, I think. Maybe a long time ago when I found my soul eager to just found somebody listening who would willingly listen. I jumped at the chance to meet new people and tell them of my wild adventures or crazy stories of how costuming became my world and the proud moments of representing the UK internationally at cosplay. Being in a band, my radio show. But as autopilot ticked on by, I lost confidence and I found nobody really wanting to listen anymore. It faded into just rambling wildly about the weekly anime releases on a small YouTube channel, Clockwork Noodles, the Noodle Bowl, and I love you guys very much. Just a chance to talk, share my opinions with whatever lost soul stumbled upon my corner of YouTube. Have you heard of the JET program? Vaguely, but I felt like I was too old. I left autopilot on for 10 years. Surely I'd never stand a chance. Autopilot ticked on day by day. Work got more and more stressful. I think it was up around October, November time when something inside me woke up, faced the floof that was meowing in my face again too early for food and said, "Not today." Today felt different. And then one wild idea later, I hit apply. Thank you. I felt great. That felt fun. I hope you guys also enjoyed my reading. I think it was fun. That was my first ever blog entry when I decided, you know what? The application's closed within a week. I should probably just make a decision. I've known about JET program for a while. I left it 10 years. I basically did the climb the work ladder thing, and JET's not really geared towards those people initially. You can, and don't worry, obviously it worked because I'm doing it. But it's mainly geared at people coming out of university who want their first job. It's very good, and now that they've increased the pay rate, honestly, very good first job if you're coming straight out of university. Beautiful job, and allows you to explore and live in another country and develop independence. But for me, it was different. I did take quite a sharp pay decrease to be here, but I guess it wasn't really about money at the end of the day. And I hope you guys will enjoy me reading my blogs to you. So I hope you are having a great night, and I will say, domo arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you for listening. Sayonara.